Hello, everyone.
Hello guys, hello teacher.
Now we are going to present our project poster. Our topic is You Are My Gift. And I'm Assiltay Dinara, and my partner is.
Aitenova Saltanat.
Here you can see our agenda. The first one, we are going to talk about our purpose, then significance of learning ICC. The next one is ICC introducing you in ICC Critical Incident Hour, and what we learned about ICC. The last two ones about PBL of our group, and the materials that we have prepared.
So according to Lev Vygotsky, language and culture are the frameworks through which humans experience, communicate, and understand reality. So here we can say that language and culture are closely related to each other.
Yes, and here a purpose, as it said, ICC, intercultural communication, culture and learning are really related, and the main points of our purpose are learning ICC concepts and what is the PBL, and the main one, the most important one is learning by doing, and we are doing this project. We're studying this. To learn this, and we are learning this by doing this project. Here, the question is why we need ICC in education. Yes, as we all know, the main purpose of ICC is increasing the interculturally communication. So, and it's becoming more significant in each area, in business, in community, and in education as well. So we are future teachers, and we need to know ICC. So the reasons are, the first one is education relies on effective interaction between teacher and the learner. So the next, intercultural communication becomes more important because schools are becoming more diverse culturally. That's why in his paper, Rokes argued that successful educators are effective communicators and is culturally competent in cross-cultural encounters.
So for our ICC incident, we've chosen two incidents which happened to Anthony Tourist and Professor Joe. To Tourist, the incident happened him when he was in Tajikistan for guesting, and while he's working, the incident happened to Professor Joe in Kenya. So we, in the first critical incident, we have the main three characters, and there are two from Tajikistan and one from Russia, and he's considered as low context cultural person, and he is from uncertainty avoidance. And he's open to Chila and Mirzo, who are from high context culture and high power distance, and they are from the country which has the masculine and restraint.
Yes, and the
And
next.
these divisions from holes and hosted
Yes, and the next one we um, analyzed the second accident. It's about Joy Lurie and the Kenyan teacher. Joy Lurie is American professor who came to Kenya, and who belongs to low context culture. He showed that he belongs to uncertain. He has low uncertainty avoidance because he was open to changes and he was so curious. And what about the Kenyan teachers? They belong to high context culture, and as it defined in Schild's work, communication in this culture is very differential and values relationship building over direct discourse. So they had that high power distance in their culture. Here's a Byram's model. We all know the three key points from the Byram's model. We learned it. Their attitudes, knowledge, and skills. From our incidents, stories, we've learned that we should have just like curiosity, respectfulness, and the patience. What about knowledge? We built up a new culture. We have learned new cultures through comparing and contrasting, like Kenyan culture and American. And the first one was Russian and Tajik culture. And of course, we're comparing them to Akada.
Actually,
And about skills, uh, so we explored how one culture people treat to guests, and also problem solving and relation building skills.
so as we know, PBL has 7 golden standards, and the first standard is challenging a problem, and we investigated problems of indigenous travelers and created a protocol which we should have to follow in order to achieve our main goal. And we collect video and audio recordings. For authenticity, we add uh, authentic articles and audio listenings which happen to real people in their real life, which considered as real life situations. And student voice and choice, we had the freedom of choices, like we've chosen our critical incident and we've created our own poster. And here's the driving question. So can the learner
Okay, the last three ones. Here, a critique and a revision. We all know that we get feedbacks, constructive feedbacks from our peers, and we also gave this kind of feedbacks to our peers' works. Also, we have created rubrics to evaluate it and give the fair assessment for them. Next one is a public product. Public product are the tangible materials. There are teachers' handbook, students' book, and these posters as well. Um, we do hope that our material are useful to conduct lesson, to teach English, and um, by including ICC aspects. The last one is the reflection. The reflection is the last assessment performance, and it will be held in a formal way. We will write essay what we have learned through this course about PBL and the ICC.
So during our conducting PBL work, we had such some problems, and the problem is related to objectives, which where we should divide the objectives into ICC and language learning, but we could we could come up with a decision that for ICC objectives, we've included that students would able to work and develop the competence which they need for engaging in meaningful intercultural dialogue and for living in harmony with other culture members. Also, students will be able to develop cultural knowledge to become more effective intercultural communicators. Also, students would be able to understand, compare, appreciate communication, behavior, attitude of different cultural groups and members. For language learning objectives, we've added that students will demonstrate their knowledge of travel vocabulary on a quiz by presenting group poster, and students will be able to correctly use grammar, second conditional grammar, by doing list of statements which prepared for travels. Also, students will be able to ask questions, clarification, and permissions, or asking for help by pretending that they are foreigners, and they will perform in a small role play.
Here you can see our teacher's handbook that we have prepared. Also, we have prepared lesson plan, which can guide it with a timeline, with aims, procedures, and interactions.
So you can see the clear format of our handbooks and student book, which should which will we do hope that these products will help learners to improve their language learning and ICC competence.
That was our poster presentation. Thank you for your attention, taking your time to watch us, and we do hope you will give our feedback, give feedback for us, and enjoy this video.